Hello, this is Kira here on my channel. Today we're going to talk about some WoW stuff. If you're anything like me, you get super excited for the holidays. And as you know, Hallow's End is kind of coming to a close here at the end of the week, I think. Let's look up this thing. So the majority of the Hallow's End achievements can more or less be done in like a couple of days, which is really all you have left. I think it ends on like Saturday or something. I don't know. Let's look this up. The majority of them can be done in, like I said, in a couple of days. The only ones that's really gonna pose a problem here. Wait, that's not my password. Okay. The only ones that are really gonna pose a problem is all like the grinding stuff. The visiting the candy buckets in all of Kalimdor and all of Eastern Kingdoms and all of Outland and Pandaria and Northrend. Okay, it ends on Friday. Hallow's End ends on Friday. Can still totally be done. Okay, exit. Okay. I didn't really need to do that. Hallow's End achievements 2013, because some of them do change from year to year. The one I've been using this year is wow.joysticks. Stick. Only one. Okay. Real super easy. This website will tell you which are required for the meta achievement for the Violet Protodrake, for the all those strange places. That's not what it's called. That's not what it's called. What a shit. Oh, here it is. What a long, strange trip it's been. I was close. Hi. So this will tell you which are required and which are not. The Savior of Hallow's End, real super easy. Go to a major village like Razor Hill, Falconwing Square, Brill. There's another one that says here somewhere. If you're Lions, I don't know how to help you, because I don't know what your cities are. I would assume it's Goldshire. Don't know what that says. Azure Watts or Doll. I don't know where any of these places are. The easiest one to do is probably Brill or Razor Hill. I tend to go to Brill for all kinds of stuff. The Noble Garden is the easiest in Brill, I think. And a lot of these can be done in conjunction with visiting all the candy buckets. So I would start with visiting all the candy buckets first. Kalimdor is required, Eastern Kingdoms is required, and I think it's Outland that is required. For some reason, Outland, those three, the Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms, and Outland, is all under Azeroth, which I don't really get. Savior of Hallow's End, you go to Brill, you go to wherever, every 15 minutes it's going to be attacked by the Headless Horseman. You find the matron lady with the orphans, okay? You go to her, she has water, you douse all the fires, pretty much it. When all the fires are out, you get the achievement. Sparkling Smile is gotten by getting toothpicks out of the candy buckets and using one of them. It's that simple. Masquerade, all the wands. Okay, it'll say if you go to your achievements, there's a bat, there's a skeleton, there's a leper gnome. I think there's like 5 or 6 in all. The key to this is getting someone else to do it for you. You can collect all the ones you want. Collect all the wands you want. But since they're soul-bound, you can't just be like, oh, here's a wand, use it on me. That's the only thing that sucks. G-Nerd Rage. You're gonna get some G-Nerds out of the candy buckets. You're not gonna need a whole lot. Literally, I got it with one. It says here that the easiest one to do it in is Alterac Valley. I just queued up random. I don't remember where I went. I literally got it in like a minute. Oh, by the way, that one is get in a random BG, use a G-Nerd, and get 10 honorable kills. Super easy. Tricks and Treats of Azeroth. Yeah, here we go. Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, and Outland. Not Northrend. Outland. Northrend is not required. Cataclysm is not required. And Pandaria is not required. But it will help you if you do them. Plus, if you're like an achievement whore, it's a good thing to do. And while you're gonna grind the other 3 anyway, why not? Cataclysm zones are probably, probably, I wouldn't say the hardest. Probably Pandaria is the hardest, especially if you can't fly there yet. It's gonna really suck. Northrend is super easy. Again, they're not required, but since you get all the tricky treats from the buckets, once you get 150, you can buy the Hollowed Helm or the Sinister Squashling, and you need to obtain both to get one of the achievements. I forget what it's called. You need them both. You can't buy it from the auction house. You can't do any of that kind of stuff. It doesn't count. I know because I already had a Sinister Squashling that I bought from the auction house, and it didn't count. So you can buy both of them, or you can get them in the candy buckets. So I would do all of the candy buckets first, and then if you didn't get them, go buy either the Sinister Squashling or the Hollowed Helm. Personally, I had to buy the Sinister Squashling, and I got the Hollowed Helm in a candy bucket. There's also another pet, some kind of cat. I don't have that yet. It's also 150. All 3 of them are 150 candy thingies that I just said that I don't remember. Tricky treats. There we go. All of them are 150. The cat is not required for anything, but it's also there. Out with it. This is one I did last year, so I have to read about it first. Something about, you get a bunch of treats, like the handful of treats from the candy buckets, and you eat a bunch. And then your character will throw up. And then it's done. Rotten Hollow. I don't remember what this one is. Oh, it's one of the, okay. Rotten Hollow has 4 main quests. You go to probably Undercity and outside in the courtyard. It's gonna be a person. They give you all of them. Really super easy. There are 4 quests. You can't possibly fuck them up because they're so easy. On-screen instructions. Check your head. The website says it's the easiest. I think it's the hardest, just trying to find all these kind of races, because it's not something that you can really control. You can't control whether or not you're gonna run into a Draenei. You can't control whether you die, especially since I still have not found. I think I'm looking for a female gnome, or a female dwarf. I think it's a female dwarf. Get down. A female dwarf, I think, is all I need for the Shake Your Bunny Maker achievement, which is to put rabbit ears on females of all the races. And keep in mind, at least for Hollow's End, the Pandaren are not involved. Pandaren are still not a thing. The Sinister Calling is get both items, the Sinister Squashing and the Hollowed Helm. They can drop from the Headless Horseman, they can get from candy buckets, or you can buy them. Bring me the head of, kill the Headless Horseman. Literally, anytime that Hollow's End is going on, open your dungeon finder, where it says specific dungeons or random, click the little arrow. There will be one that says Headless Horseman. Very, very simple. Very, very quick. If your people know what they're doing, which most people do. I did get into one day that we wiped like 3 times. I don't even know how that happens, but okay. The other one is Trick or Treat. Literally, you visit one candy bucket and you're done. That's how that works. A mask for all occasions is not required, but it's another one that you want to do in conjunction with visiting all the candy buckets, and you'll probably get anyway. If not, in the courtyard in front of Undercity, there's a bunch of kids. One sells all the wands, one sells all the masks, and one sells like the pets and stuff. So if you don't get them all, you visit all the candy buckets, you still ain't got like a human female mask, go buy it. They're all 2 tricky treats each. So are the wands. What I want to talk about was with the pumpkins, with the weighted pumpkins. I think it's the hardest just because it takes the longest. Because you can only get the weighted pumpkins from the Headless Horseman dungeon, which you can only do once it. That's not true. You can do the actual dungeon as many times as you want, but you'll only get the drop, something. I don't remember what it's called. It's a bag of something. You'll get something. You can only get them from the Headless Horseman drops in the dungeons. You can also get them from the fire. The Let the Fires Come, the Stop the Fires daily quests. Yeah. Kind of limited by how many weighted pumpkins you can get because they're only available with dailies. There are several strategies and several not so strategies as a way to get all of the races for this. The obvious one is you go to, like, Org, you run around, you plop a pumpkin on a troll, you plop a pumpkin on an orc, you plop a pumpkin on a blood elf. There you go, you got all your horde races. Now you're left with the humans, the Draenons, the no. A lot of people will try to sneak into Stormwind, fly above Stormwind, and kind of be like, oh, there's a night elf, let's pop a pumpkin on it and fly away really, really, really fast. Not the best strategy, obviously. A better strategy would be to queue up for a random BG, take the pumpkins with you, obviously, and when you happen to run into one, like a human or whatever, pop a pumpkin on her. This can work. It's not the best environment, but it can totally work. Another strategy is to go somewhere like, well, nobody hangs out in Shatrith. I would go to, I started to say, Dalmasca, and that's not it. No, not Thornasus. Delaron. You go to Delaron, where there's a decent amount of people that hang out there. If you don't get any in your BGs, you can get some in Delaron, or any sanctuary that's constantly populated. Shatrith City is another option, but people don't hang out there because it's far away. So that's about it. That's how I got done with Hallow's End. That's out of the way. And I'm ready for the next holiday, which is, technically it's Day of the Dead, but it's not required for the meta achievement, so I don't care. Or, well, I care. A lot of people don't give a fuck. So the next one would be Thanksgiving, which is called, Pilgrim's Bounty. That's what it's called. Right. Okay, so I will see you guys probably on Day of the Dead. Maybe, or / Pilgrim's Bounty. Probably Pilgrim's Bounty, just because Day of the Dead is so short. And there's literally, like, one achievement. So, See you on Thanksgiving.